One, two, three. Yo 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 yo. Hey guys, we're ready to get started. Happy Monday. I'm gonna do a co-op to start. I'm gonna do random commander, random mission, brutal plus. And I got some vibes for you today. Yo yo.
I am First Ascendant Janara, and I have been challenged to rack sheer by a faction of Tal'Darim who foolishly remain loyal to Amon.
Oh, we gotta do the Janara mission.
Is their champion's strength.
I would put this like...
Armies to my side to bolster mine.
who am I? I'm Kerrigan? Okay. I guess Kerrigan, this shouldn't be too tough. What do I do? Just go like Ultralisks. Right? Kerrigan Ultralisks are kind of... I think they're the play. Enemies have lifesteal. They're permanently cloaked. And... heroic. I don't know what the best thing in that situation would be. Yeah, we'll have to workshop that. We'll have to workshop that one. Mass Hydras is usually what you do on Kerrigan. You know, Mass Hydras sounds pretty good. Mass Hydras sounds pretty good. Jets fan, how do you just love the pain? Yeah, man, I'm immune, bro. I came from the bottom, man. Hardship ain't nothing but another day to somebody like me, baby. I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. I do this shit for the love of the game. I think guy in chat actually is onto something, though. Is Nathan gonna listen to chat for once? Yeah, Hydras might be the play. I do like the idea of going Ultras. I'm worried that the Hydras will, like, die, you know, because they're, like, squishy. But, you know, Ultras
Daddy,
pretty expensive.
I'm drunk.
So we'll see. I think this is the kind of situation where I would typically intentionally throw not to give you the satisfaction, so we'll see. You're a Vikings fan. This weekend was rough. Oh my God. Your quarterback made like a Will Levis ass throw. That interception was disgusting. I saw the highlight on top of Reddit and I actually, genuinely, for real, I actually puked. What the Texas? What the hell? What the hell? Texas is gone with the hella gift subs. That's so many. My like thing is all full up. I can't even see all of it. Hang on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm here. I'm on the enemy. Oh, I see. You don't have detection. I see. The issue is not having the detection, right? I think I can still do the Kerrigan jump on them though. There we go. See, everything's fine. Everything's okay. Yeah, let's go Hydras. Why not? Why not? Seems like a good play. You gifted as many subs as Max Brosner gifted to the Seahawks. Oof! Thank you, Texas. God bless you. Yeah, so it's pretty good. Yo, my team won a football game. Did any of you guys watch it? Katie turned it on at the bar. It was pretty incredible. The she said she had a gang of people there cheering for me. I couldn't believe it. I actually watched my team play a damn good game of football. It was crazy. It was crazy. Is this what it's like when somebody who hasn't eaten in like hundreds of years finally gets to eat again? Is that what this is? Yo, 3 wins? Hey, we are pretty far away from where we were just a month ago. It was like, are we going to be the first 0-17 team? And now that premise seems like a joke, which is nice. We've firmly distanced ourselves from 0-17. We have. I mean, that's... Look, guys, just because Captain America can do this all day and get punched in the face for 90 minutes of glorious CGI action, it doesn't mean that he wouldn't necessarily not want to be able to win every once in a while, too. It's not... You see, I don't think he actually is entirely in it just to get the shit beaten out of him. Do you know what do you kind of get where I'm going? I'm not sure his goal is to get the shit beaten out of him, so... Sometimes it's nice when things just work. Sometimes it's just nice. It's just nice. It's just nice. Can I deep tunnel with her? No, she doesn't. Alright, well, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. That's okay. Yeah, we're Nathan, maybe you build some of those Hydralisk units you were talking about, huh? Oh my gosh. He's killing all my overlords? Yeah, that's great. Love that. Love that for Nathan. Love that for Nathan. Alright, well, now that my legs have been ripped off and used to beat me to death, let's see if I can get back on my feet. Does everything look okay? Is everything good? I'm being a little bit of a SLUT tonight. I got the Monday Night Football game up on the side. I rearranged everything, guys. Do you guys remember the last stream I did where I was like, oh my god, my desk that my dad ordered me for Christmas is arriving like 2 weeks early? So anyway, I set that up. I set that up yesterday while I was watching the Jets. And even though you guys want to hear something crazy, even though my wife was at work, I had a beer at home by myself for the first time in probably like a year. I had a beer by myself at home because of how good the game was. That was, was really crazy. I was having a blast. This guy that dropped the ball and screwed us the last loss we had, Mitchell, the guy we got from the Colts, bro, he got like a 53-yard catch. I mean, just to be clear, we haven't seen Tyrod Taylor throw the ball to Garrett Wilson yet. They might not bring Garrett back this year, right? We don't know. But like, Adonai Mitchell actually played a pretty good game there, so it's nice. Him and Mechie have a little bit more speed than I thought. Mechie had 3 dropped passes that could have scored. So he's not out of my doghouse, but he's actually got some pretty good legs on him. So, bro, that's hype with the desk. What style is it? It's a walnut. It's walnut. It's really heavy. It is so heavy. Let me tell you a story, all right? Let me tell you something. All right, this desk was the pieces. The FedEx driver could not get the desk over my gate. He couldn't. So like the top, the walnut, it's like I'm pretty sure it's solid wood. It feels really nice. It looks really nice. Smells great. And it's a million times nicer than what I had before. So maybe it's like some sort of, I don't know, 3D printed knockoff wood, if that exists. But it's really nice. The base is so heavy. The box with the base in it, he couldn't get it over the gate. So like, he got the top over the side of it. Yeah, he got the top over the side. And then the frame part itself. The frame part itself was like, yeah, he couldn't hardly move it. It was crazy heavy. This desk is insanely heavy compared to my old one. Like, I can move the old one around with nothing on it, right? Like, I can just kind of, wave it around with my hand almost. And I think it's reasonably heavy. But this thing is like, yeah, the package for the base was like 69 pounds. I could have made a 6-7 joke there instead, because that's a little more hype. So, the fact that I went with the 69 was like, another level. Max FPS says, hello, please unban No Yumina. Didn't have a nice night, cutie. I banned him because he took a toxic clip of my stream, bro. He's not coming back. He's not coming back. Does he want my BTC wallet address? That's sweet, man. Can't wait to do the same upgrade. Yeah, I've had this IKEA Bacant. It's actually still behind me. Here, let me make sure that you guys will see this correctly. Let me unfull screen the football game just so I can look at this thing for you guys. Like, oh my god, why am I even streaming? Alright, so that you can see behind me, that's actually the old desk right behind me right there. That's that IKEA Bacant. I've had that since I moved to LA. I've had that for, Yo, you like the Matrix aura today too? I really stepped it up. Alright, you guys have all been talking about the border thing, so I decided I would put a little more effort into it. But yeah, that was my old desk. That desk right there. It's huge. It's huge, but, I forgot that those are actually secured by, like, weird plastic screws that are not... They're like, you hammer them in, basically. It's an 11-year-old Bacant. The power supply on it's been, like, replaced by IKEA once because they actually did a recall on it for failing. So that was cool. I was only able to use it this long because my power supply failed. And then they're like, oh, actually, turns out there was a defect, so everybody gets a new one. So that thing, I bought that in Rancho Cucamonga. I brought that with me to Los Angeles. I took that with me to Vegas. We drove that desk all the way from Vegas up to Burlington, Washington. And then, and then it moved around with me out here. So, I mean, it's a big table that can go up and down. So, like, maybe we could put a tablecloth on it and use it somewhere. But it's, like, kind of too big to just be a table in one of our rooms. You know what I mean? That's really the only issue. You guys gotta let me vamp about this, and then I'll play some ones, okay? I'm just getting it off my chest. Alright. The Matrix aura is turning me dizzy. If I slowed it down, would that help? Twitch chat is suddenly regretting encouraging Nathan to be more creative with his, Here, let me see. Let me go to my... Let me find it. It's under everything. There we go. Dummy 1. We can go to the filters. Let's see what I can do. I can change the direction. Do you want it to go the other way? Is that better now? Actually, that does look better. I do like that. And the alpha layer, oh, that's just on an image. I just have it on an image. Let's see. What else can I do with that? No, that's perfect. Yeah, I mean, I do think it's pretty nice. You're right, though. I mean, there's a different effect I can use here, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure my retro effects has a matrix effect. Yeah. So let's try this. And the only issue is it's kind of like trying to apply to the source itself. But how does that look? Is that a little bit better? This one might burn your eyeballs less. Yo, Clash Royale, hello from Italy. Yo, well met. Hello. I don't think I've ever actually had someone come into my stream and say hi from Italy before. So, just cool. I've met a lot of folks from a lot of places, but just wanted to say that's cool. So yeah. It's a nightmare drive, bro. Dude, we drove through a place in the Rocky Mountains known as Dead Man's Pass. We drove past like a 30, 40 foot trailer, like big ass truck that had just like fallen off. You know what I mean? Like some crazy shit. We drove through that with all of our belongings and our dog and our cat in the car. Great times. Absolutely one of the scariest moments of my life. Then we got to Oregon, and the lady that pumped our gas, because you're not allowed to pump your own gas in Oregon, told us that we were crazy for driving through Dead Man's Pass in the middle of, at the end of winter. Because I only remember the date specifically very well because I know that we arrived to Washington on Easter. So we got We moved on Easter. It helps me maintain, calendarically speaking, when it happened. So anyway, I'm feeling really good. I'm pretty happy. You like this rain effect better than the other one, right? I have a lot of different things I can do here too. I can make it emojis falling around me too. I don't know if that's noticeable, but it's pretty cool. I'll just set it back to the regular one. But it's based off of the source that I put it on. So I can have it go faster, I can have it go slower, I can make it brighter, fade a little bit more, be more thick. But yeah, anyway, so there you go. There you go. So we had a lot of conversations about the camera border thing. So I was like, I totally just wanted to, you know, set that up and try to make sure that it would look good for you guys. I just want to look good for you. That's all. That's all. All right, I'm gonna full screen my games. We are good. So Nathan will look at chat on the camera so that I can properly gaze directly into your soul to steal it, obviously. Put yourself in the unit portrait section and only repeat the same 3 voice lines over and over. I mean, if I like made my own video model of myself just to create videos of myself with like an AI thing, that sounds terrifying. That sounds terrifying. Now you look AI generated. Damn, I look like I'm a $50 trillion industry? Hell yeah. Does that mean I'm too big to fail now? Did I do it? It's legal now to pump your own gas in Oregon. It happened recently. Incredible. Well, man, if you can't pump your own gas, I mean, what, you know, are you really free? Just wait until they replace the pumps with just drones. Like, you just pull up and just a drone will just fly over and just open your thing and pump your gas. And then you can watch World Star videos of people fighting them, trying to steal the little gas drones and run off with them. Sounds like a good time. We are searching for a game, by the way. Just, we're not just vamping here. There, see, in game screen. I love the it happened recently. Yeah. You slid out there with a flatbed style trailer once? Yeah, that's terrifying. You think Oregon had to pay car registration 6 years in advance? Damn. You know, Oregon, I have very limited experience in Oregon, and when we moved up to Washington, we didn't spend any time there. We went to that gas station because we went to the corner. We went from Boise. We drove to Boise. I got us a pretty nice hotel in downtown Boise. And then we went through the pass, came out in Oregon, and then we went straight up into Washington. So we didn't really spend any time in Oregon. We just went to that one gas station where the lady's like, there was a snowstorm there this weekend. You guys are kind of crazy for choosing this time. And we're like, we are moving across the country. This is a 19-hour drive. We are finishing up. It was not really, you know, could we have tried to plan the route out differently? Sure, maybe. Yeah, that's probably fair to say. But at the same time, when you're driving that far, it's also like taking the most direct route was also what we wanted to do. So if you guys want to know what Idaho is like, there's nothing there. It's just, it honestly reminded me of being in farmlands in Pennsylvania. Very similar. It reminded me of Kansas. Actually, yeah, Idaho kind of reminded me of Kansas. Very similar. There's just kind of nothing. You literally just drive past farms the entire state. There's absolutely nothing at all there. Boise was like okay. Boise kind of felt like Scranton-y. Like there was some kind of old city-style architecture, but like clearly nothing super new. It was all right. Yo, Rafflemouth, thank you for the sub. And Texas is gone. Thank you for the gift subs. You're dropping it on me right at the start of the stream here. I'm like, you know, I'm getting myself all anxious because I took a couple days off again, and my clip I put up yesterday is doing really well. I'd use a force field mule to kill 5 Ultralisks. It's pretty sick. So that's like my best clip from StarCraft I've uploaded in a little bit, and I was pretty happy about that. I got over 100 likes on it. I think it's like one of my first YouTube things to get over 100 likes on it. I know. Hey, I'm gonna celebrate every first down, bitches. Don't at me. So anyway, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. I got my Xenomorph to level 60, and I love watching him make enemies explode and have alien guts come out. I don't know why, but having like a Xenomorph just makes me happy now. What else? Oh, the Jets won. The Jets won a fucking game of football. Man, 36-year-old Tyrod Taylor ran it in for that final touchdown. The guy was absolutely crazy. He's 36. He put the team on his back. Oh, wow. I haven't seen a group of athletes work together to play that hard for the Jets in a long time. That game was just different. That game was just different. We will probably never play another game like that for the rest of my life, but if we get more of that on the way, holy shit. You know, I'm here for it. I am here for it. We might not be good, but like three wins at this point, we could end up with 5 or 6 at the end of the year, baby. That's almost respectable. We're almost there. So, we could almost have the kind of record where you could think, oh, did they start 2-0 and then fall off the wagon? With long enough distance from this season, people's memories of it will blur together, and they'll say, oh, they had 6 wins? Yeah. They were pretty bad those years. And keep in mind, it was like 1 month ago, I'm just thinking about 0-17. I'm just like, 0-17. 0-17. Losing my mind. I'm out here just going full on Pepe Sylvia, staring at the wall. My wife's trying to comfort me. She doesn't know what to say because I'm just crashing out. I can't do that to her. My dog only destroys his toys when we're upset. He feeds off of our anxiety. I can't make Lewis destroy another one of his chew toys. I gotta be responsible. I gotta be accountable. So anyway, that was my weekend. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Well, we might be able to, like, you know, shum here. Nate, his blink should be done now, though. Just as long as you realize how crazy you're being. No. I canceled the lock-on so that I could shoot specifically that, specifically so I could shoot that probe to delay the base a little bit more. That might have been a little extra of me. Then again, what isn't? And Tyrod we trust? I mean, like, he's obviously not a long-term option because of his age, but I just like watching good games. I'm a freak like that. So even if we have no playoff hopes, I would like to not have my time wasted. I would love to watch people play their hearts out and be competitive because they're all still being paid millions of dollars and their contracts will still be based off of their stats. They're not going to go into contract negotiations and be like, it was a tank year. That's why I played like shit. Like, then the guy's going to say, okay, well, prove it then. And they're going to be like, oh shit, I got to prove it. And I don't just get money. You know, so for these guys, there's still a lot of money on the line. There's still a lot of reasons to try. But sometimes it still looks like they absolutely don't give a shit at all. And that sucks. Okay? That sucks. If I'm supposed to get it, if I'm supposed to play the role to be the character of fan, then they need to at least show up and read their fucking lines. That's all. Sorry, read their fucking lines. That's all. Why do you keep trying to suggest remixes of these songs? Sorry. My radio station's pissing me off again. Sorry, guys. They try to send me like remixes of the Saja Boys and like different groups and stuff, and I'm like, I have no interest in any version of this that isn't from the movie. Is that weird of me that I need the original, that I need the OG? Is that fucked up? I don't know. I gotta take time out of my day to make sure I'm not listening to this different version of the song because I don't want it. I don't always do that. But now you know. Probably a negative or a move, but that's just how I feel. Looks like the game started. The Giants are 2-10. Oof. Yeah, that's. I can't believe how well Daniel Jones has been doing. I don't remember if he like broke his legs or something again, but he's been insane. All right, he's got High Templar. Banshee speed, do 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 do. Banshee speed, do 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 do. Banshee speed. Wait, this guy's name is Cheek Meat? What the fuck? Bro. What? What does that even mean? Yeah, he killed my command center, but we've got more where those came from. Alright, that'll be the new hit squad. This one's gonna come back. And what it will do is join the new one. Right? I'll join the new one. And live in harmony. Oh, love. He's a fan of yams. I'm thankful for yams. Did you say that on purpose? Are you fucking with me? Really, chat? No one's gonna say they're thankful for me? Sorry. I think probably 80% of my life now is just vocal stems, so you just have to forgive me. Yo, it's absolutely nuts, though, that he's got, You guys don't think it's crazy that he has the... So many zealots? I'm like, are there 5 Stargates somewhere that I missed? In a cargo box? This feels like it should be illegal. Alright, I guess it's just time. Oh shit. There it is. You're thankful for wraiths. That's fair. Thank you for helping to get us back on track. I was having a little too much of a giggle to myself there. Did he have anything else? Or his upgrades? 1-1 charge. He didn't even get blink. That's crazy. He was getting it at the end. 11-minute blink? That's wild. That's like opening up 3 racks and then getting stim after combat shield, concussive shell, and like medivacs. It's like, I'm going to get all those and then start Stim. I'm glad Abbott Elementary Lady gets to be in NFL credit card commercials. That's fantastic. Good for you. They're coming back from hiatus this week, right? I think I know that they're supposed to be, Abbott is supposed to be on again soon. It's December. Can you believe that? Can you believe how long this, like, 10-year long year has been? Unreal. Gazorp. It's giving Gazorp field. Yeah, it is. It is. It's TVT, Nathan. Focus on the matchup. Spinach puffs. There we go. Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Did you have a good Thanksgiving and all of that? I had some banging General Tso's chicken. And chicken broccoli. It's good stuff. You got your card hacked? Damn. Well, I'm glad you're all right, bro. That sounds terrifying. You got a nasty 2-base, 3-factory blue flame build that's obliterating Zergs lately? Hell yeah. Dude, Hellions are awesome. When I think about, like, how StarCraft doesn't really have much in the way of, like, reshade filters or mods that you can do to it, I wish there was a way to crank up the flame effects, you know, or, like, enhance them somehow. Can you imagine if Hellions gave off, like, real-time global illumination from their flames? I just want to feel like I'm in front of a fire in a living room. Warming my tuchus after an evening stroll. You guys know how it is. Katie's parents have a pellet stove set up, so... with, like, the whole big vent in the side of the place and everything. So there's a designated butt warming zone. HP on the Reaper is still going up, so I'm kind of trying to be a little bit judicious about how I do this. I'm Gazorping field, bitch. Okay, so is this just going to be a tank drop rush? Is that what this is, or... This, to me, is just like, it's just giving Tank Viking all in, right? I think the counter to builds like this is to just take a shitload of your SCVs and just go run them down. Just go walk them down in the middle of the field. Unironically. Walk them down, Wheeler. That's who we are right now. Let's go. Let's just get it. He's relying on some, you know, pretty gnarly shit for this. So let's just go. Yeah, but see, it's still okay because we're still, you know, the whole point of this is that we're also pushing him away. So I guess it's fine. I have no clue. He's one basing us, right? So in many ways, it's more about just making sure that we delay this as hard as we can. Yeah, see? Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, though. That is literally it. Because think about it. Yeah, he killed a bunch of my SCVs, but also think about it. He isn't expanding. He lost his very big, expensive units. This gave me time to get what I need, right? So, you know, I'm just gonna say. Lord Farquaad hasn't assumed control of my swamp yet, girly. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, in your dreams. Trip of my life. Every time you're loving me. What you got? Don't make me activate Super Hokage 4. No Raven? No bitches? It's a long way to that next scan, huh? Insert another quarter, please. Ah, good stuff. Job done. How about that, huh? Boss man, I got 350 energy, okay? Just let me start this auto battle real quick. Alright, dog, I promise. I promise. I promise. I'm not making this up. No. No. Let's do, for this one, let's do like, I think 10 should be safe. Let's do 10, about 10. That's fine. You can call me old, but I really miss the whole old SC2 crew. I never learned to play RTS games and ended up sticking with WoW, but I haven't lost my taste for watching SC2. I still remember the old days when GOM TV hosted GSL. I believe it must have been one of the first championships. Dude, you know, everybody has their own story with StarCraft, and that's a big part of what makes it so awesome. Like, for me, StarCraft really started in college. putting together the Penn State esports team, getting students together, you know, getting my fellow classmates together to eat pizza and watch GSL in the middle of the night. Like, that was what like, you know, lit my passion for the game, was like finding other people that had that interest. And like, just I think about that all the time. But those, like, especially those early day GSL tournaments and the MLGs and IPLs, it was like such an event when those were on. And I think some of the first casts I ever did were just like in a Skype call watching, and we would all just like take turns talking over it a little bit. And I think somebody in one of those calls basically told me I should cast stuff. So I was like, I'll try. I'll do some online tournament. I'll enter this contest. Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, dude, I think back on those times often. It was good. You know, they were hard times. They were hard times outside the game, but it was like, I think I have such fond memories of those times, partially because of like the quarter that the game gave me from life, if that makes sense. So I'm right there with you, man. The good old days of StarCraft were pretty awesome. I may not be able to rewind time, but I can sure as hell appreciate a vintage memory. That's for sure. Man, the Pats are up 10 already, huh? Well, Let me hit it with a oof. See, guys? See? We got more wins than the Giants. We're doing great. The Giants are considered a respectable team, right? Easy. I don't know when the next time we play the Pats is. I'm sure we'll get buried because I just said that. Please forgive me. One of your favorite Christmas memories is watching the OSL with your brother. It was an amazing flash cheese on Jadong. You know, I think about just watching. I remember a lot. One of my favorite tournaments I ever got to be involved with or cast is WCS Toronto. I think it was actually IEM Toronto. We did WCS Toronto after, but IEM Toronto was incredible. Absolutely incredible. I just remember having such a good time there and hanging out with like Tempo and Scarlet at a bunch of these events. Like, just Canadians are awesome people. You guys will probably already know that. I haven't met a Canadian I don't like. This guy's random, so I'm just going to assume it's TVT. But, man, watching Flash and Hero play up close in like 2014 or whatever that was, maybe it was 2015, that was sick. That was so sick. That was a tournament where Flash played a bunch of mech versus Protoss and stuff, and he did a lot of very, very, very fascinating builds that weekend. I think he might have won that event as well. My brain is melting from looking at thirst trap videos of Albert Wesker on the internet, so at least I can be honest about it. That's like my passive perk. You know, I'm so shameless, I skip the denial stage. I'm capable of doing that, but anything else, good luck. All right, now we'll send out an SCV to scout. I just wanted to make sure, you know, we had our stuff lined up. Yeah. Good times, man. Some great memories. Great memories in StarCraft. Certainly taken us to many fascinating places too. Like, I hope I get to go to Toronto again one day. That would be so sick. There are so many of these places that I'm like, I would love nothing more than the chance to Go show Katie all my favorite spots everywhere I've been. But the list is a little long, so. She loved Montreal though. He's Protoss.
Let's go. Happy to support all the good times and vibes you make possible with your stream, Nate.
Yo, Spadicles, thank you for the sub-a-lub-a-dub-dub. Can't wait to see you host another show. Maybe one day. No one's spending money on esports right now. They're spending money on artificial intelligence. So we've got to wait. We've got to wait a little bit. We need to wait for somebody to cook up some scheme to convince people that they'll get rich if they put all their money in esports for no reason at all. It hasn't worked for anybody else, but it'll work for you. We just gotta wait. We gotta wait for that guy. That'll get us where we need to be. Well, I have no units. I'm making 3 add-ons. My natural is almost done. And I just started my 3rd base. So, I mean, if so much as a light breeze approaches me, I think my legs will give out. But I will stand here and sway like the beautiful scarecrow that I've become. Look at that, he's already got a Stargate. Somehow this is actually like the best possible outcome. If he just microwaves a bunch of my SCVs, that's not bad at all. That's like, I could actually limp on, you know? Like, again, I might have a couple broken legs, but I'll still be here. Whereas if he was a different type of monster, he might eat me. Like, it just works out. It just works out that he wanted to maim me and not, like, cook me for dinner. That's all. There are some fates worse than being beaten up. You pay to watch AI play esports? Honestly, like, if it was like you know, game AI is pretty bad in general. For the most part, people do consider it a joke. It's certainly the one area that I would possibly be interested in seeing. If they could give me like a good practice tool, like, I don't know. I think a lot of people wouldn't play on the ladder if they could play like an actual dynamic like model that adjusts to their play style and whatnot. They develop StarCraft AI bots not to be the best, but to provide the highest quality games for their specific opponents. There you go. It's like being the girlfriend that gets replaced with the AI robot. It's beautiful, poetic even. People will like put themselves in their own little personal AI prison pod things where they just make they just cannon rush. It'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. There's so many wonderful things on the way for society, huh? Well, Nathan, I don't think you're going to do anything else with that Tech Lab factory, so. We could try to go into some Vikings. Little Viking cyclone action. Maybe. If you finish all your vegetables. Cannon Rush Me, AI girlfriend. There you go. I guess actually people would probably just have their robot waifus just play the game with them. I don't know how that works. Do they have like a direct access interface, or they just do it like normal people? I don't know. I don't know. We got a lot of kinks to iron out. Yo, what's up, Docs? How you doing? You killing me with this crazy casting mode. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Whoa! He made it out with 12 HP. Beautiful. Beautiful. As Bruce Almighty would say, beautiful. You can't see shit, LOL. The horizontal format of the stream is available on Twitch, if that helps. You gotta take it up with Disney, alright? You gotta take it up with Disney. I'm actually AI generated. Actually, I am AI generated, guys. Please take all your complaints and just email them to disney@disney.com. There you go. That's it. Any issues you have with the stream, any issues you have with me personally, my politics, anything, just send them all to complaints@disney.com. Got you. All right. They will take care of all of your... They will spank me like the bad boy I am and tell me to give you everything you want. I know, but I pay for no ads on YouTube. Yeah, I got nothing for you there, man. This is the part where Nathan has to explain like how the analytics and the algorithm work again for like the 500th time this week. I'm not really interested in having that conversation today, but just know this is the only way things can be for now. That's all. It's not going to change, but I appreciate your feedback. YouTube does not offer a seamless way for me to send both feeds to the same stream, so that's really all you need to know. See, we got his obs. Isn't that nice? That's nice, honey. Oh my god, he has an obs in my base. He's got one in my base. Either YouTube needs to let me send both feeds to one video, or they need to promote my horizontal feed as much as they do the vertical. But there's just no way, there's just no getting around it. There's just no getting around it. If I just do the horizontal stream on YouTube, I'll like max out at 30 people watching it, at like total, like 30 total views, not even concurrence, right? But then if I stream in the vertical format instead of horizontal, I'll get 100 people who will just say, "Where horizontal?" Right? So it's like Schrodinger's viewers. So I don't have an answer for it. If all the people that said that they wanted the horizontal got served it and could open it and actually watched it, then the data would be there, but it's just not. So until I can get the same benefits of getting in the shorts discoverability feed while also being able to serve the format that you guys actually want as well on desktop, this is just the way that it is. I get like paranoid about explaining this so often that I'm gonna piss people off, so forgive me. Forgive me traumatizing myself again as usual. Gotta keep Nathan in line. You know how it is. All right, you got us. GG. GG. Hey, Bryson. Yeah. I like you might need to take like some kind of statistics or analytics course to I could get into the weeds. I could get into the weeds on it, but I'm right there with you. You would think that so many people bring up wishing that it was regular view. You would think that if me doing it would produce any level of results at all, but sadly it does not. Patriots are absolutely. I think when you score this many points in the first quarter in Madden, it asks them to forfeit. I'm having fun. I'm having fun tonight. I hope you guys are having a good time. Thanks for hanging out with me. Katie's closing this evening. We tried something that they were experimenting on at the brewery. We did a mix of we did a half pour each of the Vienna Lager and the Kolsch, and they were all pretty stoked about it. And you know, it was pretty good. It's pretty good. That's it. Nothing really earth-shattering there. Just, I'm keeping you guys updated. I said I would, if that makes you feel better. So, Katie brought home a can of each, and we just split poured them. We had those last night. She ended up getting back actually pretty good time. Well, we were doing so much because like in the last week we've had this couch to put together. We got a new little mini apartment for Kiki. We're trying to set aside more space just for her rather than like her living in the cracks between furniture and shit. She has like a bed and whatnot, but we got like a space for her, and we really just want her to feel like she has a more safe spot to fall back to if she needs it. I don't know. So we've just been doing a bunch of stuff like that. I put my desk together. I really like this desk. It's just a little bit smaller than my last one, which is exactly what I wanted. And it feels really nice, and it goes down nice and low for me. So when I need to throw it back, as you guys know I do. So. We gonna play Ring Around the Rosie on this command center? I'm like, is your probe worth it? You haven't played SC2 in years? Is it still region locked, or does it have crossplay? Some of the regions were consolidated, but not all of them. There's primarily 3 regions now. That's it. Most of them got merged into America. They got rid of the Russian region. It's just Europe. And then America is US East, US Central, US West, Singapore, Sydney, Australia, and Sao Paulo, Brazil. So that's NA. Yeah, you wish, huh? He does. He thought he was going to be able to block that. It's funny. This guy's giving fake cannon rusher dude energy. So like if you used to play in Oceania, you play on NA now. They didn't add any new servers though, so it's just kind of like a coin flip on who has lag. I don't know who Jackson Dart is, but he's having a bad fucking day. Having a bad year. How have you been, Texukar? What's going on, man? Thank you for the sub, by the way. Very kind of you. I appreciate that. This is my main thing. I promise, guys. I promise. I'm still putting out 10,000 applications out there a week. All right? If you guys need to audit me, I got you. But I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the support. Helping me be here and doing this means the world. My golden retriever turned 6 this weekend. His birthday was on Saturday. It was, you know, it was a great time. Great time. A lot of fun. A lot of jovial chorts. Jovial chorts were had by all. Damn, he's got the Phoenix out, too. He's ready. All right, GG. He's ready. I guess he went Stargate in both games, huh? So if you're in Europe and you have a friend in the US, one of us has to switch to the other server. Yeah, but they're all free, if that's what you mean. Like, you don't have to pay for the different regions, if that's what you're asking. There's, like, they added on the settings menu a globe icon, and you can just play on whatever server you want. Your users are still separate on each region, but you don't have to like install a different game to play on Europe. You can just it's in this menu, the F10 menu, but like only when you're out of game. The only region that is actually still completely separate in terms of like different client is China. I discovered you on YouTube whilst doom scrolling. Seeing StarCraft 2 brought some memories. Day 9, Total Biscuit, etc. Yeah, man. Total Biscuit. I think about him all the time. I always, you know, it's nice that in the game I can have a little guy of him right there too, you know? I feel you. But yeah, and yeah, Day 9. Sean's awesome. Sean's awesome. Last I checked, he's doing pretty okay. So I think I haven't spoken with him in a few months, but I think he's been doing quite well. So no, I talked to him about like Mechabellum, I think, in August. Jackson Dart is a legend, man. What, is he good in college? I don't really watch college ball too much. Which I suppose is like totally on me. Is he in right now? I don't know. I honestly, I wasn't looking. I just saw they were showing him on the sideline, and I was like, I don't really know. Their team is 2-10, so I just assume everybody's having a bad year. I am punching down a little. It's true. I mean, Giants represent like the aristocracy of New York, and Jets represent the unwashed masses. That's where I'm from. So anytime we get a chance to punch up at the capital, you know, the capital folk. You guys have all seen Hunger Games. He's an absolute hooligan in real life. Oh, I see, I see. It's all coming back now, yeah. StarCraft is awesome. So many good memories over the years. So many wild events. So many open bars at after parties. Ooh. Yeah. It looked like they just scored, so I don't know. Maybe I might have missed it on the side there. Alright, so he's going... This guy's doing the fast Stargate build as well here. So instead of going Banshee, instead of going for the medevac, we just expand a little bit faster and go Raven instead, since he's not going to be able to contest our third base because he's opening like this. And when they open Stargate, typically the only other thing they can afford to get with it is charge lots, because Phoenix are very expensive gas-wise. Phoenix builds so fast that when you chrono boost them, they're actually one of the most expensive units in the entire game. I don't know if you guys knew that, but like the cost to keep a Stargate building Phoenix one by one is more expensive than building almost any unit in the entire game. So as long as he's making Phoenix, he's not making a lot of other stuff. Like, he could, maybe he's making something, but he's not making a lot of it. So that's kind of just where my philosophy's at. So I don't have to worry about being overwhelmed on the ground, and I can just double expand, keep in my base, deny detection, and we should be completely fine. Completely fine. He's not gonna do anything, so. He didn't get any of my Cyclones either. He just sacked all 3 Phoenix for nothing. So that's why I did that. In case you guys were wondering, that's why I did that. Actually, I knew. Saved that clip. I'm like, you know what? That was a pretty good example of the point I was just trying to demonstrate. Hey, you guys remember that foreshadowing moment when Nathanias said why he was going to do what he did? Well, there you go. Hundreds of gas just flushed down the toilet. Incredible. And I just got another one. Beautiful. Are tanks even used anymore? I don't like tanks. Me, Nathaniel, Nathan Fabricant, does not like siege tanks. So you won't see me, Nathan, building a lot of tanks. Just because I don't like them. That's really it, though. I make no statement as to the effectiveness, efficiency, or balance, whether tangible or perceived, as it pertains to the siege tank. I just don't really like it that much. Me, he's got 1 HP. Screaming. Nathan. Maybe we should get back to the game. Well, you have to keep in mind, Terran has a lot of really good hit-and-run units. Like, that's a big thing that they do. The antithesis of the hit-and-run unit is the turtle unit. So it's like, siege tanks in their own way are iconic, sure, I get it. But StarCraft has really aged out of being a siege tank heavy game just because. Stuff like making them unabductable, I guess, is trying to make them a little more attractive. But the reality is, like, siege tanks just aren't very competitive in today's economy. And they pretty much don't exist without very specific strategies, more or less, just for them and almost no other reason. So it's like, if you're building siege tanks, you're creating a constant liability, because they're also one of the greatest sources of damage to your own units. When in reality, the reason why I play Terran is because I want to make Cyclones and fuck around and, like, lock onto stuff and blow it up and watch my opponent fruitlessly try to chase me and not be able to get me because I'm moving like the Flash, you know? That's what I want. That's what I want. I want this guy seeing speed mirages of me, thinking to himself, like, holy cannoli, rigatoni, baloney, etc. Like, that's what I want. And maybe that is a lot to ask for. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend like I deserve that. It's just what I want. It's just what I want. This is gonna be tough. It's like I have the planetary on this third here, so getting as many of his guys over as possible is so big. No, we're cooked, boys. We're cooked. I felt like we almost had him. All right, then there you go. No, I'm not going to give up here. He doesn't actually have that much, right? So I wish I'd been able to get the upgrade for my Cyclones, sure, but it's also not the end of the world. Look at him go. No, he is crazy. He is crazy. He's trying though. Probably should have just lowered that depot earlier, and I think we would have been a little bit better poised here. The Cyclone, the Widow Mine upgrade's also almost done. I think I can go back to this base too. I think we're there. He's actually keeping that one safe. All right, no, I think that's it. I think we hit it there. GG. Let's go next. You switched from StarCraft 2 to League of Legends back in 2009, so you're a bit out of touch. Well, I think these days the game has been really diluted as far as like edge like scenario builds go. The most recent update to the game is actually the first patch that's been put out by like Blizzard since I think 2020, like since 2020. But for a few years, the game was being patched by pros that were trying to like dilute the strategic pool to make the game easier for themselves to compete. So for a few years, we had like a lot of strategies get removed from the game, nerfed, kind of made to be bad and unviable. There were buffs to Terran static defense. There were buffs to Zerg static defense. They buffed all the static defense. And then the other thing, too, is that they, like, nerfed a lot of stuff. They made it so queens can't transfuse off creep, so it's like they took away, like, any kind of queen offensive all-in build. And that ended up affecting, like, Nidus builds quite a bit. They took away battlecruiser rushes and stuff by making spore crawlers build faster and cheaper. They made the battlecruiser itself also a lot worse, too. They did a lot of stuff like that. They absolutely ruined bunker rushes by making it so that you can't salvage a bunker if it takes any damage at all. So like that whole race to salvage at the end and score a couple minerals back, like that's completely gone. So a lot of aggressive builds basically were kind of nerfed out of the game for every race. So the game got, I'd say, a decent bit more boring in the last 3 years. But the patch, again, the patch that just came out, the one from October, that update actually did end up kind of shaking things up again in a way that makes the game more interesting. So they redesigned Psystorm, they redesigned the Infestor for like the 700th time. But Storm is totally different. Infestors are totally different. So if either of those two are like up your alley, then you're gonna really... They won't throw Terran players a bone. We didn't get anything that crazy, but we did get a lot of quality of life updates and like little things. Thors and tanks can push around smaller units and things like that, so... He's probably just gonna do Stargate again, right? Go quick Phoenix, like he did before. Nice. But I feel you, man. Yeah, no, we were all playing a lot of SC2 in League back then. I'm right there with you, bro. Mm-hmm. Lou! Son of a bitch. You distracted me, Lewis. You distracted me, Lewis. I look over and I see my golden retriever with the goddamn puffy Cheeto bag in his mouth, and I'm like, yeah, huh? You fished that out of the garbage, monster? You know, there's nothing in there. He's so funny with it. He's so proud of himself. Was I using the barracks as an overlord? Yeah, more or less. Big HP scout. Hey, Em. Hey. Yo, Pips. Nice wall until it wasn't. Yeah, exactly. I didn't mean to die right there, but he just, you know, I look over, I hear this crunch sound, and I'm like, he's not eating something he's not supposed to have, right? And it's just an empty bag of chips, so I'm like, okay, thank God. I did not mean to stand there and let him block my army off and kill me, if that makes you feel better. We got I think this is our 5th TVP in a row to start the day. Today's stream is going to be like last week, I'm guessing. We're going to play 3 hours of TVP, and then we're going to only have TVZ for the rest of the stream. That's my prediction for tonight. Jet Li's got to practice that one kick 1,000 times. You know what I mean? He's here for us. He's here for us. A customary probe is sent as an offering to the Terran base. This is the part where you scream and run away. I got Shrek vocal stems too. I got you guys. I got you. Baby, when you're with me, you don't gotta worry. The Halloween short was funny as hell. Big Shrek family here, you know. Some folks gather around the fire and they watch, you know, Chevy Chase, Christmas Vacation. But you know, we prefer, in our Fabricant household, we prefer, of course, the annual watching of Jingle All the Way, featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is absolutely the Fabricant family Christmas movie. But also observing, as one does, the cinematic masterpiece. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? You want to? Oh yeah, the only people playing StarCraft these days are sweats. Yeah, that is true though. That is true. StarCraft is like a very sweaty game. You'll still run into people who will like shout at you and get angry playing this game. Very often. I still get trash talked in StarCraft more than any other game I play. And now 3 people who are totally not toxic will come out of nowhere to tell you in chat that other games are worse. But yeah, that's true. That's true. StarCraft has some of the most absolute sweaty tryhards of any game. People take this shit personally. It's a great game though. It's just unfortunate that it like self-selects for extremely traumatized individuals. Kind of shit I'm on you wouldn't understand. Well, you did kind of almost get me right there. Oh. Keep trying, bud. Hey, you're almost there. You're almost at the center. You're almost at the center of the Tootsie Pop, Jet Li. Did you just beat me 2 times in a row? Offensive GG me? And then when I win, it's no GG? Are you telling me that this man does not follow the incredibly strict and unwritten social contract of playing StarCraft? Unbelievable. This is the kind of thing that get your social credit score adjusted. I'm just saying, I've seen people's passports get denied just for, you know, offenses slighter less than this even. Now you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Wow. I feel like if we didn't measure wins and losses and we just went by games that ended in someone saying GG, that would be a better measure of the quality of our evening. And you would think even when I lose a lot, I can still fill quite a few GGs in there. But now I can say we have one game where there wasn't a GG at the end. And that... Remember that dude who slammed his keyboard and then typed GG before leaving? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was QXC. QXC versus Puck. I'll never forget. QXC got Void Ray busted on Newkirk Precinct. He had like 3 bunkers and he still died to the photon overcharge, whatever Void Ray pylon push bullshit that people were doing back then. Bro, I'm pretty sure I broke a keyboard or 2 back then. Getting pylon rushed or Void Ray, really either way, either one back then was, I mean, that was like, bro, my therapist knows way more about pylons than anybody needs to. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, Bubba. Hey, come here. Yeah, come here. Up. Hey, yeah, what's up? It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I love you. I love you. Yeah. Okay. Hey, we got a Zerg. You GG someone, then they personally message you in chat, noob, for losing. Damn. Imagine, dude, imagine being the kind of person who wins and then spends all your time thinking and talking about the person that you beat. Imagine picking up that $1 million first place prize and being too angry to do anything with it. That's the, you know, that is the hard part. That's the hard part of StarCraft. There's plenty of folks who play this game, win lots, and that's not enough. That one is probably quite universal. There are people who play not for any personal enjoyment of their own, but to deliver the feeling of sadness to those who would make the mistake of trying to come here and enjoy this game. We call them the community. I jest, but there's some crazy. You'll see some crazy shit out there. Giant starting to look alive. Oh, that was a pretty big helmet to helmet hit there. Oh my god. Is that guy okay? Oof. Definitely took my gas a little bit late, but that's okay. We can compensate for that by taking the third command center even faster. It's considered illegal in 7 countries, but we're in a lawless land, so we can do whatever we want. You played a 53-minute game and won. Genuinely felt bad for the other guy. Well, first of all, he had the choice to leave at the 20-minute mark, the 30-minute mark, the 40-minute mark. Don't ever let somebody shame you when they straight up are agreeing every minute of that game to continue playing. Like, if it was really that unbearable for them, they're not in a saw trap being forced to play StarCraft to the death, you know? So I don't buy anybody's bullshit about that. You could always just cheese people if you really don't want to play a long game against them. Or you could simply lower your threshold for surrender instead of, you know, doing this man-child thing where you're like, oh, you dragged me into a long game because I'm not good enough to kill you. Wah. And I'm like, yeah, actually, yeah. If you let your nephew score on you in backyard football at Thanksgiving dinner, you'll lose the game too, you know? You don't get to let them score and make them feel good and also win. That's not how it works. Oh, he's truck sticking him like he's Barry Sanders. Alright, let's see what he's got. I feel like this is a safe amount of Hellions to just go poke. It's giving Roach. Wow, what a late third base, right? So this guy's the Grandmaster Zerg. Says to me, may have gotten his account on Etsy. The most we can really do is just limit this. My guess here is that we just need to rush up to as many anti-Mutalisk things as possible. Because what would he be doing here if he wasn't going Mutas? Unless he's just gonna do like a shitty Roach all-in? Yeah, oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it's probably too late, honestly. Sorry guys, I kind of got a read on it, but it hit a little bit faster than I was expecting. My engineering bay had only just started when the Mutas arrived, so I just don't think there was much we could do. Yeah, exactly.
Easy Weezy, you spent your life in Twitch chat, pining for the attention of people you'll never meet in real life. Now, your fate is in their hands. Will you earn enough likes to make it out of this show? Live or die, the choice is yours.
Usually only my wife gets that, so clip it, enjoy it, that's yours. Alright, we got TVZ. I hope I don't get 5-minute Muta rushed, I guess. Alright, let's see. Alright, hatch first. Reasonably timed pool. The SCV that scouted can build the bunker on the way back, so I don't need to send another one off the mineral line, more or less. Well, don't need it anymore. Just need that reactor a little bit faster on the starport, right? Like if I set that up more effectively or efficiently, I think I can try to avoid it going as poorly as it did. Maybe. We'll see. No promises. No promises. This meta's gotten funky because people are starting to just do all sorts of random, completely random stuff again. We're past the point of people trying the shiny new toys. I think I also bullied every single Zerg player that rushed Ultralisks into uninstalling the game. I got too many people with my Power Ranger build. Roaches. I think he might just come kill us right now. I'm gonna try and get a few liberators out to hold this, but it looks like it's roach timing. Now this is the worst because then it's like getting the third base is like going to be obviously really, really tough, and then there we go. Oh no, we're done. This is it, boys. Don't think there's much getting out of this. GG. Dude, like I said, those roach all-ins, man, they're tough. Thank you, Easy Weezy. I appreciate you. Give me a second to pull that up. What is that quarterback doing? He's like trying to truck somebody while also throwing the ball downfield. He's crazy. Yo. Thank you. Thank you, Easy Weezy, for the $10. I appreciate you, man. God bless you. Thank you. Safe build against 2-base roach push. Well, I mean, if I wanted to just rush tanks, I could. That's like the hard part, though. You know, it's like, it's such a turtle build. You know what I mean? Like, if I rush tanks, like, obviously I could just do that, but it's so turtly. How do I get out on the map and harass him or attack him? That's like the hardest part. Like, the easiest thing to do would be to just make a bunker and tanks and, you know, not ever cross out of my base until I'm maxed out. But that's just not really how I like to play the game. So I take these risks that make me really vulnerable, but it's also a part of the draw of my show, is that you never really know what's going to happen. I think that makes some people angry because they're like, they get some of their joy from watching by like telling themselves that they know what's going to happen, or like they want to disagree with me about what I say is going to happen. But I'm like, I just like getting out on the map and poking and prodding. I legitimately think the average StarCraft viewer would prefer for me to open with Hellions, walk into roaches in the middle of the map and die, than rush tanks and just like sit in my base. Like, that's like the impression that I'm under. There's a few things that seem to make people more upset than discussions around like turtling, so they fixate on the concept quite a bit. So I'm always trying to play active, engaging games. Plus, it's not like it really matters anyway if I win or lose, so it's just kind of like an illusion we create to give stakes. But technically, I could just rush mass tanks and bunkers every game against all 3 races. Like, I could do that. Like, sure, playing bio is hard, but you could just make mass bunker upgraded Marines and just drag it out as long as possible. But I don't really enjoy that. I don't really enjoy that. Yeah, people don't come to my stream to watch me take the easy route, you know? That's not why people are here. I don't think anybody tunes in because I do what everybody else does. I don't think that's... I would be shocked. I would truly be shocked if somebody came here legitimately telling themselves in their mind, Nathan is going to do what every other Terran player does today. I know today will be the day. Like... I enjoy a good spirited debate as much as the next guy, but there's no scenario where I'm ever gonna misrepresent that I'm out here trying to emulate somebody else. You choose to watch the suffering? That's fine, though. That's fine. You don't have to believe anything I say. You could take everything I say as cope. I really don't mind, as long as you enjoy the show. That's really it. I'm very firm on that stance. So we got the proxy gateway down. We got the proxy gate. Could be a robo in our future as well. Could be a robo in our future at some point. Nice fit, Nate. Thank you, thank you. YouTube chat's an interesting bunch, huh? Yeah, we get good variety. am I feeling after the game? Great, man. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't think we've really won the trade. I needed to send the barracks straight there for the vision. That high ground vision is kind of killing me right now. But I think if I take these SCVs with them and I just go hard push into it, we can shut it down. Can get him off of our back. What you got? Oh, that's right, baby. That's right. Hail to the king, baby. We got a good setup here. Yeah, he spent a lot of money, right? Going for the proxy, getting a bunch of batteries in front of his base, not even like at his base. He didn't want to risk it at all. He wanted to give himself a huge amount of ground to retreat. Like, he was already thinking about me pushing back on him. Was already on his mind, so. Okay. Yeah, sure. I can do that. I'll take it. Like, sure, it's not easy, but nothing really ever is, so... You know, that's the best part about it. It's not that the game is hard, it's that you, for some strange reason, tell yourself that other things in your life are not worth the same amount of energy or time or investment. That's just not true. You got a lot going on. The game is hard, though. Like many things, that's exactly what makes it so fun. All right, then. There you go. It won't be easy, but as long as we have the ninja base, I think we'll be okay.
Incoming orders. Yes, sir. Need some to have you on screen.
We gotta try to just max out once. Oh? Is that obs? Fair. I guess I deserve that. I guess I deserve that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to try and get to that big max out and just push with that, right? It's gonna be about it. That's okay. This is really the base we need right now, right? More or less. This is what it's going to boil down to. Alright, well, I don't think we can win anymore after that. GG. 3 a.m. here in the UK. Have a nice stream. Thanks, bro. Have a nice night. Yeah, I don't really know why Twitch disconnected there. Sorry about that. I'm just Yeah, I mean, the game didn't drop or anything like that, so. I got nothing. I got nothing for you there. First time I've seen you lose, you get used to it. I'm a villain. We lose all the time. That's our role. But doing it in the most interesting way possible. That's what our craft is all about. Nice sound. I got you. You're new to this game, but Terran seems to be weak. Terran has, like, just imagine tools that are all really, really, really sharp and well constructed, but they're made of glass. So it's like, you have to just be really, really careful about how you use them. It's like using expensive parts. Like expensive, fragile parts. You know what I mean? That's kind of what playing Terran is like. It's like, you know how the AK-47 is known for more or less functioning and operating in any particular environment without any risk of jamming and things like that? Terran is not that. We're like a Beretta 92 M92FS.
GG.
Beautiful, gorgeous, on Jill Valentine's hip, but also pretty prone to screwing up if not maintained to a pristine degree. Pristine. Yo, Bing, thanks for the sub-a-lubba-dub-dub. Appreciate you. Oh, I microed the wrong one. Whee! That's okay. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Possibly go wrong. Wrong. Guys, it's easy. You see, we finished the wall quickly by putting a 4th command center down with a 2nd depot and bunker. And now there's no way for him to get into our base. 4th command center? Barton, you son of a bitch. This is crazy. Nobody's gonna go for it. But it'll take him 17 seconds to make more Zerglings, and then it'll take 17 seconds for those Zerglings to cross the map, which means the command center will have exactly 742 HP by the time his next Ling wave arrives, which means even if we can't protect the base, it'll have enough HP to last till the next 2 Reapers come out. You son of a bitch, that's the craziest idea I've ever heard. It's so crazy it might just work. If you guys are looking to hire a writer as well, you know, looking for really any role there, appreciate it. Thanks. Bruh, you really sent a drone? Is this like a peace offering? You take a blinker before the game? What happened, bud? That's unusual. Yeah, well, this is the part where we use this to take a disgustingly fast third base that he cannot contest. That is what we do here. That's the move. So, the muff. But I feel like we did a little bit of damage there. I feel like we slowed him down. Teeny tiny bit. Oh, you didn't expect to see me all jetted up like this, did you, Dr. Muffed? Yeah, I bet you didn't even know. You didn't even know I had this jacket, did you? Nobody knows. Because I haven't had a reason to break it out because we haven't won any games this year. But now we've hit 3. Now we've hit 3, and the jacket has emerged from the closet. It has emerged. Like the chrysalis of a reborn phoenix melting away to reveal sinewy lava tissue. I mean, obviously, like, you know, it's a flaming bird that, like, rebirths itself. It needs, you know, we gotta rizz it up a little. Nice. Got a queen. I guess I'm gonna go for... I'm gonna try to go Banshee first here. It's not a good spot. He is going into Ravagers. Ravagers can definitely be a way to bust down this PF. So we can't pretend like this still wasn't pretty greedy to attempt this. We did go for a 4 command center build, which, as we stated, is illegal in certain places. So since we're out here and violating the sanctity of the StarCraft ladder ecosystem by playing Terran and existing, we've got a bit of work to do. So I'm going to try and go for some speed shees here. Yeah, I mean, I do appreciate that. His roaches must be, like, right outside my base for him to have nothing here. Am I right or am I right? Well, I'm just glad that he's generous. I hope he's this generous everywhere in life. He'll certainly get into heaven. Not his roaches, though. Why not the roaches? They never picked up after their litter. They just threw trash on the sidewalk. Yeah, straight to hell, for sure. No doubt. Speed done? Can I kill one queen? I guess if he runs, I might. Oh, there we go. And now to the good part. Oh, self-own. Now, see, this is the tricky part, right? Because you're almost going to say, you're going to be like, wow, Nathan, I can't believe that worked. You're going to say, wow, Nathan, I can't believe that worked. Yeah, so the thing is, he still has a decent amount of units, right? We may have scared him off for now, but you know, they'll be back. They'll be back in greater numbers soon, so we have to be careful. Did you really think I was just gonna let you walk around my map for free? Is that... You foresaw that happening? You foresaw that being the way that things are? The situation? I guess siege tanks can't be abducted, right? So, I don't know. I don't really like tanks, nor do I like building a lot of tanks. But I will say this. Tanks for the memories. Got him. Got him. You didn't see that. You didn't see that coming. I love this. I feel like this guy's like... This guy goes out and picks mushrooms in the forest or some shit. He's in touch. He's in touch. He's got these like surgical ass changelings blocking my bases and shit. I don't like that. You think I like having my base denied? Seriously? Seriously? Oh man, yeah, he's all bricked up on these turrets. Well, you know what they say. He's gonna push this space and then he's gonna have some sort of side flank or like 70 banelings. He's just gonna roll in. Gonna pop this thing. Oh, there he... Oh, he's got the gold base. Look at that. He is a dirty girl. He is. He's greedy. His fantasy to build more static defense than there are mineral patches on the map. I get it. I have that dream too. Is Roddy also in yours, or is that just me? Semi-umbi, work. I think we're there. I think we're actually ready to go fight him. I think we did it. I expect this guy to like try and base trade us. That's my guess. He's gonna want to find a way to keep us from moving out or whatever, or like he'll just try and counterattack us. But I'm not gonna play a 50-minute game just because this guy pressed find match. He hasn't really been that aggressive, so I haven't really found it to be particularly impressive. I used interference matrix on the infestor. Boom, boom! Straight through him, man. I punched a hole straight through him. That's how you deal with these Zergs, though. 2 minutes until his ultra dump. Called it down to the minute. Yeah, seriously. You really helped change my perspective of StarCraft lately. Been really loving the game purely for the game, not MMR lately. Exactly, dude. You know? Like, you just gotta think about it like... You know, when we were kids playing in the sandbox, it wasn't like just about having whatever it was you were making, right? It's about like the process of making it. It's like digging through all your Legos and finding the right one, putting it there, it being too big or being too small, and then taking the time to go through. And, you know, of course it was a pain in the ass, but that was the whole point, right? It's a labor of love. It's like, you know, you're engaging with something that brings you joy, or I guess at least dopamine in some way. I don't really want to be that reductive, but it's like, you know, StarCraft for me is very stimulating in a lot of different ways, and I really enjoy it. And like, even within the StarCraft space, I became so known for the negativity that this game would bring out of me, because I didn't know how to separate the, you know, my interest in the game as a game and my own competitive drive to be the best that I can be, right? And I was never really good at communicating that. So, and even now, I'd still prefer to like play unranked games and just be real with my audience about that than get myself ever to that kind of place again. And I don't think I would, because I've come very far and I've changed a lot of things about my habits and the way I deal with problems and stress in my life. I think I've, at the very minimum, I can say I've gotten a lot better at coping. But, you know, through that process, I've also learned I don't want to put myself in that situation, you know? So I like thought about it, and I'm like, when I'm 50 years old, would I rather be like, man, I'm so glad I never played StarCraft again after some idiots on the internet called me a bitch? Or do I want to be like, yeah, that was a long time ago. I'm actually, I want to be able to enjoy StarCraft as long as I can, right? You know, what if the sun like swells up to a red giant and eats the planet next year, right? Imagine if I like didn't play StarCraft. Like, that would suck. Imagine if I like missed out on an opportunity to do something that I really enjoy for no reason at all. Like, that would just be horrible. So, hey, Chris. Like, in America, I meet people who can't enjoy sports anymore because of the whole gambling thing. Like, it's like too serious for them now, or it's like become a job for them, you know? Like, they've lost like their personal lives, and like their comfort has become like so intertwined with the results of like betting odds and shit that they don't even enjoy the game anymore, because the whole thing is just stressful until the end, you know? And I'm like, it's one reason why I stay away from that kind of stuff. Because I think that that's obviously, like, you know, terrible thing to happen, to like lose your joy in something because you become so obsessed with the outcome that you can't enjoy any part of the process anymore. I think it's like, you know, life is so hard for so many people, and like everybody has so much pressure on them in so many ways, even people that are well off. So it's like, you can kind of see how you can fall into these kinds of traps and go a little too far with things that you like. Not that there's anything wrong with having hobbies or passions, but I just realized that like fixating on the worst aspect of, you know, fixating on the thing that I enjoyed the least about the game while I was playing it was just like so counterproductive that it was killing my joy. So, you know, I'm sure, I'll tell you what, guys, I do every year at the start of the season, I do find a casino and I do put $10 on the Jets to win the Super Bowl. Because I don't gamble, and it's very fun for me to simply throw out a wish, you know? That's how I do it, personally. But that's, yeah. Meanwhile, I got people who send me their parlays every single week that have been doing it for years. You want to know how many times I've gotten a text that said just one more and I would have hit like 3K? I'm like, oh yeah. Go smoke another one, bro. Yeah, I love how fast StarCraft is. Like, that's the difficulty of it, right? Is that it is so fast. It's easy to go off the rails. It's easy to fly off the handle. It's easy to do that thing where you punch too hard and you hurt your knuckles. That that happens. That happens playing StarCraft, so. You know, it's like, I always enjoyed games like Age of Empires, and I actually am still learning that game. But the speed of StarCraft is always a big appeal. Not easy to drive fast, right? Until you get good at it, until you get used to it. And then it feels really, really good to go fast. I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, Ricky Bobby, I want to play StarCraft. And I said, why? Because I want to go fast. And that was it. That was it. And then I had to put all my slow games away into the same bin in the hutch. I had to put my Age of Empires down in there with my copy of Monopoly, my copy of Risk. I'm never allowed to break those out at a party again. If only people understood. I can't sell you these properties because it's not the spirit of the game. And then they get miserable, and then it's over, and then that's it. That's it. And then you realize, man, Monopoly's just a really shit game. And then you're like, yeah, it is. It is. You play League of Legends too, right? Yeah. I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. Nathan played one ranked game before stream today. I got Malzahar. My laning opponent was a Ziggs. I won. That's it. That's all you need to know. Oh, sorry. The Ziggs was bot lane. I was laning against Ahri. I played against Ziggs for like the last... What the f... You can freeze him in air like that? What the fuck? What the f... Bro, imagine being in that stasis. Oh my god, he's tripping. I'm sorry. Guys, that kind of took me out. I didn't know that was possible. What the... Did you guys all see that? Am I high? Please don't tell me that was just that I'm the only one that saw that. Okay. Yeah, it's a Monday, all right, apparently. Gonna have to call this shit Mushroom Monday. I've never seen that. I did clip it. I clipped it. That'll be on the YouTube shorts tonight for sure. I got a couple clips from today's stream, actually. I've got a couple clips from today's stream already. Obviously, the Mule Force Field was the chosen clip from the last stream. Everybody seems to have really liked that one. If you guys haven't seen my YouTube channel, I put up a short over the Thanksgiving break of I killed 5 Ultralisks with 1 Mule. I killed 5 Ultralisks with 1 Mule. I know what you're thinking. Nate, what the f? That doesn't make sense. Go watch it. All right, there you go. There you go. That's right. That's right. I'm shilling my own stuff now, bitches. Yeah, I never thought I'd have it in me, huh? Never thought I'd have it in me. Nathan was too much of a people pleaser, they said. He couldn't shame himself to tell someone to go watch his own videos so he can eat. No, absolutely not. Terrifying concept. So anyway, please watch my 10-second long video so I can afford my golden retriever's cocaine addiction. Thank you. He did just turn 6 years old, so he's starting to slow down on it a little bit, but prices are going up to match. Oh my god. Yeah, no, this guy's crazy. I'm guessing he's got like a ninja. He's got to just have like ninja bases. He's got to have like a timeshare or some shit up in this Kaprulu sector. Like, what in the actual fudge is happening here? I'm like, what? Yeah, of course. Of course. You want to know why? Because of course. Because what else could it have ever been other than what it is. Don't think too hard on that one. Well, his username is Make Tempests. I can't really blame him here. That's on me. I set the bar too low. If a guy names himself I only make tempests, I should probably consider the possibility that he might make nothing but tempests. What a day, what a game, what a life. I've got a kind of crazy plan, but it just might work. I mean, we know his plan is to more or less bait us into stasis traps. He wants to bait us into stasis traps and then just, I'm guessing he's just going to try and kill us with more or less pure immortal. And I only say immortals because we know that tempests are obviously not going to be the answer to the cyclones. He won't beat me if he just masses tempests into cyclones. What he will do is try to win, which means he's going to make a lot of immortals. He's going to make a lot of immortals. So many immortals, you really have no idea. That's fine. Make your cannons.
Research complete.
This guy's crazy. Just watched the short. That was incredible. I got you. I got you. I told you it was good. You'll be shocked, but that one's doing better numbers than all the other ones I've put up lately. Wow. But it's actually good, because it's pretty obvious to me it's one of the best clips I've put up in a long time, so. I was pretty hopeful about that. I put that up while I was putting my desk together and watching the game. Feels good to win. Feels good to win one, eh? Feels good to win one. Actually, Nate, you don't have to do that. You have SCVs here. There you go. Boom. Hell yeah. It's about damn time. No regrets. No regrets. I'm getting the most insane guitar solo of all time in this song right now, too. Build a turret. There you go. Can I put a turret on it? She really said that, though. She said that to you. She really said that, though. Did he ever go back for it? What's your probe doing here? You better have a hell of a reason for being out here. I guess I should just keep my whole army on this, right? Like, what would I really be doing otherwise? I say we just go fight him before he puts up 700,000 more things in this base, right? That's, like, pretty clearly the move. Damn, you got me, bro. GG. You check it out now? Hell yeah. You ever played Tooth and Tail? Man, Artosis and I played Tooth and Tail a ton back in the day. I remember, it was pretty good. It was quite a simple game. I remember that the performance on it was pretty bad. The performance on it was pretty bad, and I remember they were talking about, like, trying to put it on console or something. I don't really know what ended up happening with it, but there weren't too many people who were playing it because it was quite laggy, as I recall. But I did enjoy it a lot. I'll never forget the first time somebody like tried to rush like a badger nest or some shit outside my base. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. Or it was like moles, like mole people were just crawling out of the ground or all around my base. It was terrifying. Hated every second of it. But good game, fun game. Dang, there they go. There they go. 1530. Tempest was an interesting choice, considering that Terran can pump out cheap Vikings now. See, guys, there's people who get it and people who don't. There's people who know what WWE is about, and there's people who think that they're trying to present themselves as a serious product. The guy names himself Mass Tempests, and then he builds nothing but Tempests. And you say to me, I can't believe he builds Tempests. Vikings are so cheap. Did you know that the people on the stage doing the play, did you know that it's not actually happening? The guy who's saying he's Hamlet, he's not actually drinking poison. You know that, right? He's going to wake up backstage, probably clean up, get his regular clothes back on, go out for a cheeky one at the pub. They did port it to console. They had issues with PvP and it fell off before they patched it. Damn. Shame. Shame. Caster SC2 being like 90% of the content is what leads to the backseat guys commenting that stuff. Oh yeah, well, you know, that's like the thing though. Like, you can't just blame the StarCraft casters. Like, commentary could have been better, but people get pit against each other constantly. Like, it was normal back then for our project managers to, like, tell me stuff like the other casters are out to get you, and you need to make sure that you're always giving your super up-to-date knowledge, and blah, blah, blah. They would encourage people to do this pedantic bullshit where they pretend to be smart because they spend too much time on Reddit like anybody else, and the things that completely unaccountable people say about others in a totally anonymous space are somehow meant to be taken as not only completely sincere, but also good faith and soberly produced. But that's just the kind of level people were playing on. That's how you get people showing up with their notebooks of shit that they want to say. Because they need to be able to put in their reel them breaking down this thing that they're going to use to try and apply to get hired again, instead of just commentating the fucking game. It's tough. I don't blame them, though. Hey man, he's putting up some pretty units, man. Yeah, people are just like, you know, it's just hard because you get encouraged to be ruthless. I think as like co-workers and stuff, I think casters always did like a pretty decent job of being there for each other. Like I don't personally think that there was like any animosity that anybody had towards me, or if there was, they kept it quiet very well. You know, I never really felt like I had any issues with anybody in the space, and people are always really nice and respectful. But part of the problem is it's like, you know, we obviously like talk to each other about stuff, and we would always let each other know what we were getting paid for events and whether people were paying us on time and all of that kind of stuff. So it was pretty easy for it to turn into like, you know, you would just get into a conversation with somebody and they would be like, well, everybody's lying to you because everybody's trying to get an edge on everybody and get somebody to say something dumb so they don't get hired, so everybody else gets hired instead of them. And it's like, that was the head of esports at Blizzard, like basically, you know, the most like anti-union type shit ever. But that's how it is. You're dealing with corporations. That's what you get. Well, we were able to buy some time. We need to remember that he did go for that very fast double stalker rush. So I'm almost kind of assuming that there's a gateway out there. The fact that he's already into the Phoenix and has an answer for the Banshees is a little bit wild in, but not too wild. He does have the batteries here. That could get tricky. Well, yeah, his only detection is the Oracle, right? He has no other way to see stuff. Let's get 2 armories, 1 more factory, and then we are off to the races. So the idea here is that we're kind of just hoping before he builds 500 cannons, we can still exploit some gaps, since he did try to cheap out on his detection. There is the observer too. I see that he has an obs now. Oh, damn. I mean, he wasn't supposed to attack me. Yeah, we're cooked. GG. He was supposed to stay home defending the Banshees. What the hell? You can interference matrix oracles because they're mechanical? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Hypothetically speaking, here's the interesting thing. Do you want to hear something crazy? The oracle, when you interference matrix it, even though it can't attack because interference matrix turns off the attack, they actually still can't turn off the weapon though. The weapon itself, as far as like being bound to the oracle, is still on. Nathan, what does that mean? What are you saying? All I'm saying is that the oracle will still burn its energy as if the weapon was enabled, even though it can't attack. Even though the weapon is only turned on by an ability, and technically, until it runs out of energy. But it, like, gets forced to have it on. Yeah. I don't know if they ever fixed that or changed it, but that was the only thing I ever noticed when testing it against Protoss. Because a Protoss player, like, you know, you open with a Cyclone Raven. I do that a lot, and then you lose the Cyclone, but you still have a Raven, and then an Oracle flies into your base and you disable it. So I've been in that situation. That's a realistic situation that can happen. I mean, I don't really think you should be losing your Cyclone out on the map versus Oracle openers, but that's beside the point. This guy's a Zerg, isn't he? I'm going off the rails. Let's get back on. Yo, Janello. Yo. Most of the casters seem genuinely chill, though. Yeah. They are. We were under a lot of pressure from Blizzard, just to be clear. That's what I was trying to get at there. I think all the casters are pretty great, especially great people. But when it came to our professional stuff, things would just get affected by their BS. Like, our negotiations on, like, like hosting rates and stuff would affect who we would cast with and shit. Stuff was always presented, like, super personally from them to, like, get us to agree to basically whatever they wanted. So that was always, to me, like, probably the toughest thing about it. But as far as, like, yeah. Loved working with those folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Yeah, man, Jets pulled it out. I got my Pimp Daddy on, all right? I'm feeling good. Got the jacket. Look at that. I'm feeling it. Grew up watching you guys before going to football practice, so the fans still appreciated you all. Hell yeah. Dude, it's like, you know, I'm in a completely different chapter of my life. Like, from my perspective, until some economic stuff changes, I don't think there's a ton of money going into esports. I don't really see that as being, like, an open door of any kind while there's so little happening. But I do think that while I'm in a different place with, like, just everything, it's pretty cool to think that that is a chapter that I can always say that I was a part of, you know, for the rest of my life. Even if all the money came back, right? Even if all the tournaments started happening again, even if Blizzard brought back WCS in all its glory, there are some things they can't bring back, and it's important to make sure that I don't forget that, and that when I sit here feeling sorry for myself, wishing there was more happening for this game, this awesome game, the truth is, I'm very happy that I can still play it, and I'm very, very, very grateful for, you know, all the good memories that I have that I think about when I play this game. So I just try to keep that in mind. But you guys can obviously tell I'm a lot more stable these days. I got a lot more support systems in my life. Got a lot more people in my life that care about me. Things are certainly much better personally than they were on every front back in those days. And it was crazy. It was crazy. The amount of work that we did, the conditions we worked in sometimes were really, really something else. But it was like, you know, it was like this big ass grind we were all on together. It's like this adventure. Got nothing but a bunch of dope memories. And some not so great memories of like waiting outside in lines at conventions or watching people, you know, yell at janitors and stuff and think that it's absolutely not totally out of pocket to do so in front of everybody, but... So it looks like roaches. I'm just going to try and we'll get like 6, 7 tanks, and then we'll transition into our Thor build. Just, I know, chat. I know. Nathan just keeps getting absolutely bent over by roach bushes. And it's true. It's true. That is what's happening. So I will try to put in barely more effort not to die to roaches. Please clap. Thank you. Thank you. What do I do nowadays? This. Please follow. I'm just out here. Okay, see, this is fine. This is fine because he can deny this base or delay it, right? But the nice thing about this situation is that it's not like there's no one-way bridge on this. There's no one-way bridge here. So we're in a pretty solid position to... We're in a pretty solid position to just re-land that. We don't have to worry too much. Alright? I'm just doing this right now, so follow, subscribe, whatever BS, okay? I'm gonna take a little break from accepting job opportunities from Twitch chat, if that's okay. He does have infestors already, though. That is the tricky part, huh? That is the tricky part. What an astute observation. There we go. Give me your lings. I do like fried zergling. That is nice. You guys ever have fried ling before? It's great. Great shit. Yeah, my plan right now is to just create an endless library of dope-ass clips and work on my editing and make them better and continue to just take advantage of the fact that I'm getting some pretty crazy traction these days on my YouTube, which is an avenue I haven't really had the opportunity or time to properly explore previously. But things are pretty good, so I'm just trying to ride it. Just trying to ride it and do my best, you know? Holy cannoli, the Ultralisks appeared from the north. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I play this map here, because that third base is a pain in the ass, right? And then you kind of open things up to take it, and then he just attacks the other direction. You know, that'll never be an easy part to deal with. No, you're not allowed in. Sorry. Ain't no crying in the club. I can't help thinking that she's got a better body than me. Whew. I think we're cooked, boys and girls. I think we're cooked this game. I'm going to try to get to that one big max out push, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to work out. We'll see. You know, people who don't know what it's like to have nothing, they usually are very scared of losing what they have, right? It's a normal thing. But for everybody else, it's just nonstop opportunity. How many directions do you really have to go except up? Bro don't even got Bane speed. The disrespect. The disrespect. Too many. Not enough liberators in the space. Alright, we got a GG out. This guy's got like 10 bajillion bases more than us. We're cooked. Let's go next. Alright, next game coming up. Yeah, if I had all my Liberators sieged on the Thors there, I think we would have crushed him. That's the hard part, though. You know, you step out, you try to take advantage of an opportunity like that, putting all the APM, putting all the micro onto the Hellions, onto the Thors. He's trying to push the Banelings down the ramp onto my Hellions. I'm trying to catch the Banelings because they're slow. And then during all of that, I needed to also be unsieging the Liberators, bringing them all over and sieging onto that staging ground where the fight happened, but... Trading 5 Thors for 5 Ultras when I have 7 Liberators doing nothing is... There's no coming back from that. And Pat's getting close to closing this one out, huh? I don't think we've played a TVT today, really, right? We played one TVT. We played the guy who tried to one-base tank rush us, right? We kind of smashed him with our Cyclone SCV pole rally thing. He made a few kind of attempts to crush us. Like we had that. I guess he could be proxying me. I'm being kind of lazy with the scout, but... Yo, Bryson. Yeah, man. Yeah, lots of folks checking out the Shorts broadcast today, which is always nice. I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you smack it at subscribe button. All right. Whatever you like to call it. Cooking the pasta al dente, etc. Damn, he opened concussive? Nathan. We don't have to completely adjust. We know what he's doing. People who do this build, first of all, our drop strategy is actually not bad against it. But people who do this are typically expecting you to move the Cyclones out on the ground. And then what they do is they drop the Cyclones with, like, Hellions. But because this factory's here, he's going to probably make 2-3 Marauders and then go into a Cyclone or a tank. And it's probably going to be like a little Cyclone Marauder thing. So there will be a brief window where you have your upgraded Cyclones and he's just got maybe a Cyclone or half a Cyclone and 3 Marauders. And if you use the medevac correctly, then there's really no reason why we shouldn't be able to get some amount of damage done. That's where, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Insurance can't hurt. Just need uno mas. Or he's rushing the fastest Marauder drop ever and is going to make like 2 Hellions at the front. Both are possible. Like, if he has a starport here, finding that would be pretty dope. Pretty dope. Pretty cool. Be cool if I did, though. I didn't. Spoiler, I didn't. Nundayo. Yeah, see, there it is. I don't wanna sacrifice for your love. I try. But I love my time. Yo, is this Liberator still sieged up? Doggy, what now? Smart. Do I think he's gonna go bio after that? I mean, no, honestly. Yeah? You got something for me, Peter Parker? Oh. There we go. Oh, he's shooting his own tank. It's adorable. But I want it. I want to kill the Liberator. Where? You wish. You wish you could pull that micro off, bruh. Jungle Gap. Jungle Gap, report Talon. Report Talon. Nothing personal. I just hate people who play Talon. That's all. Do I really not have an engineering bay? That's incredible. Who am I? No, seriously. It's a memento situation. What am I supposed to say? There's a bomb in my chest. Oh, the SCV. That's how we know, right? That SCV usually predates his aggression. Or is he trying to let us know? Is it like a flex that he's sending it from a ninja base? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like a secret, like, I sent all my scouting SCVs from a ninja. Like he's trying to get in my head. Speaking of, there's a new episode of Below Deck coming out tonight. Kind of excited about that as well. Looking forward to watching some Below Deck with the wife tonight. And they're adding Walt Goggins to Fallout 76 tomorrow. So that's exciting too. Katie and I, we kind of did a little detox. We took a little time off of that. But they got the ghoul. They got the ghoul daddy. They're adding Ohio, or as we call it, Western Pennsylvania. So, as you can imagine, really big stuff going on. Big stuff going on out here. What do you got? How are you doing? Yeah, see? Look at that. He's hardly got anything, though. Trying to make battle cruisers against Nathanias. It's like trying to go. Sorry, a lot of man. I was going for like celebrity endorsement meme, but I couldn't think of any that didn't actually end up sounding awful. Is my servos upgrade really not done yet? That's like kind of crazy. Yeah, really, I think the biggest thing we need to do is just secure ourselves a little bit, right? From like a light BC counterattack, basically. Got that BC? Don't at me. Bro. He's not gonna give up, huh? He'll never give up. Not on me. He loves me. What a game. What a game. What the F is this match? Bro, that's what I'm saying. That was like crazy, yo. New Fallout playable area for real? Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. They're adding Ohio. So it's like the western end of the map is being expanded. And there's a mission. The only reason I'm excited about it is A, Daddy Goggins is in the game, and B, you can get his hand grenade handgun thing. The thing he uses in the show in the first season, that weapon is apparent they're adding it to the game. So, as a guy who only uses explosive weapons and the flamethrower, it's a pretty big day for me. The release of the grenade handgun is a pretty big day for Nathan, you know? It's like I'm going to school and I want to dress up. You know, I want to put gel in my hair today. I want to like It's like I'm going to meet Katie for the first time, you know? I got butterflies. Hey, that was a good game, though. Holy shit. Oh, I didn't get a chance to save it. That's okay. Make Oh, it's Tempest Guy again. It's Tempest Guy. He didn't want to see that last battlecruiser destroyed. No. No, he spared himself. He spared himself the pain of watching his BCs die. And I mean, to the battlecruiser god as well. Like, that's a tough draw. That's a tough draw. What was he? What could he have ever done in that situation? You know, what was he gonna do? What was he gonna do? You try to go battlecruisers against the guy who invented battlecruisers. It's not gonna go well. Hey Nathan, be careful. He may go Tempest. Yeah, I don't think I have that voice line on my stream deck anymore. But I had that Makoto voice line. The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless. Yeah, his name's Tempests Only. You know, feet for Tempest. And I'm like, damn. I wonder what he's gonna build. I can't blame him though. I mean, at least he's got good branding, right? I feel like we can agree. that in that kind of situation, like at the very least, he's true to himself, and that's really more important than anything, isn't it? For a long time, I just went battlecruisers every game, no matter what, no matter how hard people blind countered me, because it was basically, you know, it's the easiest way. It was the easiest way to just get into a flow, just make BCs no matter what until you find a quarter that the machine will take. But you can't expect to be understood when you walk your own path. He needs to understand that too. Well, he's gonna, what, open up with his stasis field thing, right? What 2026 changes? Are you talking about League of Legends? Yeah, actually, you know what? I will say these are the biggest change. That's the biggest changes they've ever made to League. I think it will single-handedly be the biggest set of changes they've ever made to the entire game. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's pretty clear. It's pretty clear they're trying to draw people's attention who don't play the game. But yeah, they're making a lot. They're making a lot of very fundamentally, like, fundamental game design aspect changes to the game to make it less boring, which I think is a very good idea, honestly. I think learning all the new mechanics will be tough. I think it'll be like, it's adding a lot of complication to the game. They're making it so that minions spawn like 35 seconds earlier, so that first minute of the game is, there's usually not much that happens, but like cutting that in half is still, that's how it's been. That's how it was for like literally since the game came out. At least it feels that way. I've been playing League since 2011, so I've been playing for a very long time. Or maybe it was 2012, but my high school friends got me in on that very, very quickly. A lot of the other folks in the Penn State Esports Club were also big into League of Legends. Look at that proxy Robo, though, huh? He's kind of crazy. He's kind of crazy. All right, we're good. Bye-bye. G G G G G do 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 dum. I can't remember K-pop lyrics from 10 years ago. Wow.
Wow.
Wrong voice effect, sorry. Wow. Are you telling me that son of a bitch who has a tempest tattooed right above the back of his backside didn't in fact build tempests this game and instead subverted our expectations with a double proxy Robo? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so they're cutting the pre-game in half, and they're making a lot of changes. Like, you can go above level 16 if you're a top laner now. The boot augment is only for mid laners, and bot lane just gets more gold. But like, it's pretty interesting. The fact that the roles are gonna fundamentally be different on that level to the point where it's like, it's just going to become normal that it's like all the tanks, whoever's in top lane is like, yeah, there's going to be some guy that's level 19 or whatever. Like, that's kind of nuts. That really does shift a lot of like what the core understanding of what the game was about over so many years. Like, it's a big change. But they're basically giving people like PvE objectives that you can get for yourself instead of having to take with your team, which I think is good. Gives people stuff to focus on. Those are some weird looking tempests. Yeah, seriously. You got a fettuccine Alfredo ad. Targeted marketing is becoming too smart. Good. Watch the fettuccine ads. They're feeding me. They're feeding my family. Enjoy the fettuccine ads. Be bombarded with Olive Garden. Whatever it takes. Eat that pasta. Eat it, you Was I too aggressive, guys? Do you think I came on too strong telling him to eat pasta? Has anybody that we beat today GG'd us either? I don't know. We broke too many hearts. Notice the correction to we there. Alright, you're a part of this now. Who else cried when they heard Howard's voice on the phone? Sorry. I need to dial back the obscureness by like 12%. Nate Dogg, I can't really have the higher APM I used to before tapping out. How can I play my TVZ with less APM, dude? Yeah, that's the hard part, man. That's the hard part. I think that Riot will see through initiatives like ARAM Mayhem that, again, you know, people want to play games they can enjoy. You have to understand that, like, they're, like, so much a part of cultural and political, like, zeitgeist that video games need to shift to being less stressful and trying to be more of something that people can escape to, while things outside, right? Like, you know, not to get into it, but I think you can kind of see where I'm going, that, like, people want the games to be more of an escape. And if you're going to be booting up a game these days, you don't want it to give you the same kinds of negative feelings that you're necessarily getting now from everywhere else all the time. So it's like, I can totally see that people who are playing games are probably looking for stuff that actually is relaxing or that they actually enjoy, rather than, I'm going to play this game that makes me hate myself because I'm already super fucking depressed that, you know, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, that's probably not it. So I think people's drive gets affected a lot by the mood. So happy to be wrong, not an expert or doctor in any kind. It's just my opinion as a person with 30 years of experience being alive. I don't take all the credit for that, though. There were quite a few people that kept me going. All right, you just started the starport. Tech lab's done. That said, so far, they did the that event. They did that Fortnite event. I got to watch Hatsune Miku fire a laser beam while standing on top of Godzilla's head, as Godzilla also fired a laser beam, which I can now check off as obviously one of my bucket list items. The Godzilla Hatsune Miku team up it's been cooking for what seems like a century. So finally getting some payoff there was quite nice. My wife and I got a victory royale the first evening. It was incredible. It was incredible. I loved it. We already like it more than the Simpsons season. Look at this. It's the most beautiful StarCraft wall ever made, right, guys? Right? Somebody's like, it's gonna make me sick. Is that 5 supply? The 5 supply depot wall. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Sorry, I'll stop. That's a lot. I'm projecting my embarrassment at it by forcing you to look at it. That's caught myself again. Sly son of a bitch. Whoop. Little scoop and score. Yeah, do it. Do it. Bename, hermano. Let's go. Oh, shit. No! Alright, well, GG. I thought I almost had him. I thought I almost had it. That's on me. I did the best I could, Oni-chan. Video games are a form of role-playing. Oh, hell yeah. I mean, you don't think all my units are, like, fake, right? Like, they're real, you know? This is just some sort of interdimensional cable-esque portal to another world where I'm sending commands to real Mad Max go-kart flamethrower drivers and telling them which space crabs to cook and where and when. I wouldn't play this game if I couldn't convince myself of that. All right, we got a Protoss. We got a Protoss. Protosu. I do not know what that means. I do not know what that means. No sé España. Lo siento. Problem solved. I don't speak Spanish. I hope he didn't say anything mean. I'm sorry if he did.
What's going on? Bad news?
You said I don't know about Spain. Sorry. That's okay. Every time I ask myself, I'm pretty sure it's Espanol, but I like to say España because A, I'm trying to get across that I don't know Spanish, which means I'm afforded one really obvious mistake, right? So like, imagine if I said it completely correctly, he'd be like, oh, but you know that one statement? And I'd be like, you got me there. But if I say that part wrong, it's about really as clear as it gets. I don't know. I hope that's not a crime. Or I'm just playing dumb right now because I'm embarrassed. You could really go either way on that. Let's see. His gateway appears to be inside of his base. That's a good sign. If it's not in my base, you know, like a xenomorph egg waiting to explode out of me. Oh my god, is it 8:20? Is it 8 o'clock already? Yeesh. Time sure flies when you're having fun, guys, huh? Kinda gotta take Lewis out soon. Man. I didn't realize it was already past 8. Holy shit. What a day, huh? I hope you guys all had some level of enjoyment, even if it was just watching me lose and laughing. That's enough for me. Thank you. I appreciate everybody tuning in today and hanging out. I will be live Tuesday and Wednesday this week. As you guys know, my wife helps manage a brewery, so I do keep my schedule around her shifts, and she will be off on Thursday and Friday this week. So expect Nathan to stream Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the only reason we had a third day is because I decided to be really nice to myself and not stream on Thanksgiving. So that was about it. GG. What just happened? He like opened with an Oracle and I caught it with the Medivac? Was that it? He went Gateway and then Cybercore. He had so little though. It's because of 2 Adepts. Yeah. I mean, going 2 Adepts into Oracle versus any type of factory opening. I mean, maybe if I was like Widow Mines or something, right? Like if I was Widow Mines, he'd probably be there. But Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream here. We're there. We're good. We're good. Thanks so much for hanging out. I don't ever want to push myself too much. Like if I get tired and play worse, like, you know, then I'm just making excuses. I gotta be able to. I gotta come out here and do my best, guys. So I feel like we actually did have a lot of really good games this stream, and I feel like it was partially because I was in a good mood, which I wouldn't have been without you guys to talk to and to distract me from disassociating and spiraling down my own head. There, I said it. All right? Thank you. Thank you for keeping me grounded. Thank you for keeping me here. And thank you for keeping me entertained. As weirdly as this, you know, symbiotic or parasitic, whichever one you want. We could be Peter Parker and Venom, or I could just be the ticks on your dog's belly. But either way, thanks. Appreciate it. Have a nice night. What the fuck?